There we go. Okay. Hello, Jack. It is great to see you, sir. I hope that you are having a great New Year's Eve. That's what
So
today
far.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do a quick overview of what we're going to hit today, and then from there we can jump in. I know that do you have a live gig that you're singing tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
New Year's Eve. Yeah, we haven't played a New Year's Eve gig for a long time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I hope people show up. I New Year's Eve, a lot of people don't go out anymore, and midnight's late. They go out to dinner and then they go home. So, I don't know, we'll see. We
You
might
know,
be playing to an empty house.
Yeah, well, I get that. We have a almost 2-year-old, so we've just invited a few friends to come hang out with us, and like that's basically all that's happening. We're gonna play some games, and that's about it. And so
Oh,
we're
yeah.
we're pretty excited to
I think that's what a lot of
stay
people
in.
do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, hopefully you have a lot of people in your area that come and see you because you are worth seeing. Let's see if we can do a quick overview, and then we're going to jump in to doing just a couple of our daily vocal routine kind of things. And also, hi, YouTube. It is great to see you guys today. Feel free to leave comments and questions. I will have some time afterwards in order to respond to questions live because this is my last lesson of the day. So feel free to hang around. Feel free to leave comments. I'll make some room at the end of this 50-minute session to respond to anything that you might hear today or any questions that you might have. And then after that, we'll do a couple of our pitch practice type things. And then we're going to just, we're going to ignore our songs that we're working on right now. And we'll just focus on the songs that you're actually performing live tonight. So here's the quick overview. Our terms and are just to help us identify what we're doing with our voice, and our singer distinctions are there to help us fix the issues that we hear. So we're going to refer back to these throughout the lesson. After that, we have our daily vocal routine, which helps us stretch and strengthen our voice so that we can be physically more capable. Then after that, we'll hit just a little bit of our pitch practice, which helps our musicianship and our musical ear develop. And then, of course, we'll apply all of these things to the song. So let's jump right in. Can I check on your voice buzz low stretch here? Would that
Sure
be
thing.
okay?
Yes.
Cool. So let's jump into this. My biggest goal is that we are slowly developing your voice buzz so that you can start to develop more efficiency in your tone. If you develop your voice buzz over time, then you'll find that it's much easier to sing in any range. So me first and you, we're going to go no throaty sound, and we're going to make sure that that tone is really skinny, and we're going to use very low volume. But the challenge for this week is to add some stomach pressure in there without changing anything else about your volume or your throat. So here's what that's going to sound like. Me first, then you. It's going to be mum 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 mum. Let's try it.
Okay. Mum 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 mum. Mum 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 mum.
Perfect. I love it. I'm no longer hearing that push down sensation. A lot of singers, myself included, when I first started doing this, would go mum, 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 and push down as low as I can. That's not actually the right way to unlock your low register and unlock that strength. Mum, 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 mum. It's about keeping the tone loud, but the volume low, right? That's what voice buzz is. It's you getting more tone while using less volume. So nice job on that. That's going to definitely help you strengthen all parts of your voice, but especially your low area of your voice, which, you have a very deep voice, right, to start with. However, if you incorporate this will make it even more effective because you won't lose any low notes, especially on a mic when you're able to really just focus on the quality of your voice instead of focusing on the quantity of the low note. We don't care how loud you are, especially if you're on mic. We only care about the tone of your voice. So, okay, let's keep moving. Don't care right now. We can skip some of these because you've already done your daily vocal routine today. So we'll jump right in to a chest voice 5-vowel stretch. The purpose of this one is to apply what we're gaining from the voice buzz low stretch with that mum, and we want to apply it to all 5 vowels. So me first and you, I'm not going to do all 5 of them, but I'll let you do all 5 in a second. It's going to be wah, way, wee, whoa, and woo. It's going to sound like this. Wah, 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 way, 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 wee. And the goal is to keep everything the same, the volume the same, the tone the same, the vowels the same. Everything is exactly the same from the lowest note to the highest note. Let's jump right in.
Okay. I don't. By the way, I can't see the screen with the vowels on it, so I'll just go from memory.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically A, E, I, O, U, right?
Yeah,
Is that
ah,
what the
a,
vowels
e, o, and oo.
are? Okay. Okay. Wah 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 wah. Way 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 way.
We.
Wee 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 wee.
Whoa coming up.
Whoa 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 whoa. Wah wah wah
And then
wah
woo.
wah 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 wah.
Good. Let's do one more for woo.
Whoa 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 whoa.
Cool. And right now it's a little crackly, and that's totally cool. Crackles are great to start with, but there's a verbiage that I like to use. It's that crackles turn to clear given enough pressure. So what you're doing when you do these wah wah wah, you're teaching your throat, you're reteaching your throat how to sing low notes and really to produce any kind of tone. After that, what happens is each time you do it, your body gets a little bit more efficient at producing that pressure so that you can get real tone. Remember, crackles turn to clear given enough pressure. So really what we're trying to do is just slowly apply that correct amount of pressure on your voice on all 5 vowels, the vowels that you actually use in singing. So that's what we're going to be aiming for over the rest of this next coming week. We want to access our normal speaking voice at the top, and we want to connect it to our voice buzz so that we can have more tone for less volume. Okay, let's keep going. I'm really happy with that. Nice job so far. Oh, I just realized that you can't see my screen. I don't know why. We'll troubleshoot that another time because that's not super important for what we're doing. Can you hear that piano though?
Yes.
Perfect. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of hearing a pitch and then matching it, we can jump right into, we're going to skip interval practice, but in theory, something I'd like to start incorporating would be trying to see if you can hear, then sing, then identify the interval played. So for instance, we won't do that this week, but I just wanted to put it on your radar that is a goal of mine. So let me see if I can show you this. So na na. The goal would be for you to sing it back just like that and then identify that is a perfect fifth, because we see those intervals happen in music all the time. So let's try that real quick. I've already played it for you, but me first, then you. It'll be na na. Try it.
Na na.
Nice. The first of the 2 notes was just a hair bit too low. You have the right pitch. Your intonation was just a hair bit low. Pitch, of course, refers to what note you're singing, and then intonation is how close you came to it. So you sang the right note. It was just a hair bit too low for the first one. One more time. Na na. Try it.
Na na.
Nice. Yeah, much more accurate in regard to your pitch. And so we can apply those because every song that you ever sing is going to be made up of intervals. So if you can identify those intervals, if you can hear, feel, and see the intervals, you're going to sing your songs more accurately. Then afterwards, we have pitch matching with chords. And by the way, all of these exercises, as well as the daily vocal routine, all of those are found in my Singing Secrets course. YouTube live stream gets a 10% discount that is active until, I'm going to leave it active till 5:30 p.m. EST. So if you happen to be on the live stream, feel free to check out that what do you call it? That coupon in the description for 10% off. I only give one discount, and it is that. That's it. So here we go. Pitch practice for male voices. Oh, that's right. Pitch matching in the chords. We'll do one of these just to kind of get your mind and body in the right kind of spot. So here's your note. I want you to sing it, and then I'm going to play the chords surrounding your voice here. So I'm going to play this note. It's kind of mid high. Nice. So what you can see is that people are really good at matching pitch. So if you can do this with the improving your pitch, and you come down to pitch matching chords, what happens is that people are really good at matching one pitch. Most singers can do that very easily. So then what we do is we pair that with the chords surrounding your voice so you can start to learn what that feels like. Now, Jack, you're a guitar player, so you have a way of accomplishing this without the course, but my whole purpose in making the course was to allow singers to get a chance to be able to practice this skill whether or not they play guitar. So here's what it sounds like. And then it surrounds, and it gives you several different chords that you can do this with. And I hope that this has been helpful to you, regardless of whether or not it's you've had guitar or not, Jack. So sorry, you were going to say something.
Well, it just seems to me that, of course, I'm singing cowboy songs, country. It seems like every note that's sustained in a country song is either a 1, 3, or a 5. Every now and then a seventh makes it in, but mostly it's just those 3 notes. So I would think that you would want to spend a lot of time on making sure those pitches are locked in really good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Heck, it's not even just country. Basically, every song, unless you're singing jazz, the melodies that the singers would sing happen to fall within the chords that are played. It's just a pleasant thing because if you're singing an interval that doesn't lock in with the first, third, or fifth chord degree, then it ends up not really sounding like it's the melody doesn't sound like it belongs. I mean, there are exceptions to that rule, of course, but overall, the first, third, and fifth chord degrees are the ones that we find the most in normal music on pretty much any genre, but especially for country music, because country music is more about the story than it is any highly technical musicianship type thing. Although there's plenty of good technique things happening within country. But anyway, I digress. Nice. And then the chord progression matching. Have you been able to hit the chord progression matching? That's the one that has the what that
times.
Sweet. That's a great one to do because it reinforces your melodic memory, and it helps your ear start to hear where those melodies fit within the chords, and then they're just ways of you be able to also improve your melodic memory. Like it's good ways to remember, oh yeah, that's how this melody fits in. And over time, it'll help you also learn new melodies to new songs faster because it activates that part of the brain. So, okay.
So for somebody like me, like if I'm going to sing a new song with this band, I would prefer to work on it for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It takes me a while to get it where I'm comfortable with it. Whereas there's other guys in the band, that have sang quite a bit more than me and stuff, and they can just take a request. Oh, I think I remember how that goes, and they'll just sing it and nail it. And I imagine that's just experience, huh?
It could be. I mean, I'm sure there's a part of it that like it's possible that there's always a sort of genetic factor with how quickly you can learn something, but one person's strength is usually another person's weakness, but then that person's person's strength is the other person's weakness. So it balances out. If you're a decent singer to start with, like you have some strengths, and as long as we can play to those. So for instance, one of your strengths is how quickly you are able to pick up some of these pitch things that we do, especially with like intonation. I think that your intonation has shot through the roof since we've started working together. And I think that's just that in your range. You're also physically gifted with singing, especially the higher notes. Despite you having a low voice, your voice naturally understands how to hit those higher notes without pushing. That's something that honestly, it's taken you probably 6 to 8 months to get that. While for me, I'm not kidding you. It took me like 8 years. So, maybe 5 to 8 years to really start getting it as far as knowing how to hit the high notes. But that's because I myself am not necessarily the best singer on the planet. I'm not the best driver, but I do consider myself to be a pretty darn good mechanic. Anyway, I digress. Let's jump in. What songs are we hitting? I'm excited.
Well, I don't know. Well, the one I'm going to debut tonight is "He'll Have to Go,"
Okay.
and I don't think I have an instrumental to that one.
Don't matter. I can look up the chords real quick, and that's real easy.
Yeah,
He'll have to go.
yeah, by Jim Reeves. It's a 1-4-5 basically.
Oh, sure. Got it. So we can just actually like look at the original here. Oh, it's in one of those half keys.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
I love the tone that Jim Reeves gets there. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. He has that really thin tone, but it's so full and so vibrant. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go phrase by phrase here. That way we can kind of work through this. Yep. Put your sweet lips a little closer. All right. I have the lyrics up on my end, but I know that for some reason you're not able to see my screen. But
I
that
can pull them up on my phone here.
cool. That'll work for just right now. So put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's see if we can get that really speech-like, really buzzy tone right out the gate. Whenever you're ready, take your time though, getting the lyrics.
Okay. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Nice. So here's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing phone kind of go to the back of the throat instead of phone. I'm hearing going phone. Let's see if we can bring that forward one more time. Same thing. That was awesome.
Okay. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Nice. Let's try this. Let's try oh, oh, oh.
Oh, oh, oh.
Faux, faux, faux.
Faux, faux, faux.
Little closer to the phone. Keeping all that tone there.
A little closer to the phone.
Nice. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm highlighting this for everybody else to see. And we'll troubleshoot to figure out how we can get your how we can get you to also see my screen later. But what you're doing, what you just adjusted was your tone. However, something that was an unintended consequence is that because you focused on getting more tone, what happened is your intonation was just a little bit too high. So I heard a little closer to the phone rather than phone, which fair. Hey, I'll take that trade, right? If we can fully adjust your your tone, and then all of a sudden, we accidentally make a little adjustment to your intonation, what we can do is we can just repeat the same process and then lower the intonation a little bit, and that's fine. So we're gonna be in the key of D flat here. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's try that.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Good. Yeah, that's fine. I think that we could probably keep our tone a little bit more buzzy on that word, the end of phone. To the phone. That's what Jim does here. I think he does a nice job with it.
A little closer to the phone.
We hear that the buzz is there. To the phone. Instead of to the phone. We want to avoid the breathiness. We want to have that really, really buzzy tone throughout. It doesn't have to be loud. It can be soft. But the thing that we want to avoid is having weak tone, because weak tone is very different than gentle tone. If you were to hold my 1-year-old, who's almost 2, by the way, if you were to hold my 2-year-old, I wouldn't want you to hold him weakly. I would want you to hold him gently, right? Because like when I put it that way, it makes a lot more sense, because here's my definitions of weakness and gentleness, right? So weakness is the lack of strength, while gentleness is the proper application of strength. So when we talk about our singing, we want to make sure that the strength, that the buzz, that the tone is there, and then we find a gentle way of expressing it. So to the phone rather than the phone. We want to avoid the breathiness. We want to have all the buzz. Can we try that one more time? And then we're going to move right along. This is awesome. Put your sweet lips a little closer is where we go from.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Cool. Let's keep going. Nice job. Let's pretend that we're together all alone.
Let's pretend that we're together all alone.
Beautiful. Well, I'd like to do phrase 1 and phrase 2 again. And for that, let's pretend that we're together. For that there, I would like us to use way more buzz, as if we were doing mum, 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 mum. Together. I want a little more tone on those low notes. So let's go from let's pretend that we're together all alone, or whatever the chords were.
Let's pretend that we're together all alone.
Beautiful. That's it. Your tone stayed the same from the lowest note to the highest note. That's exactly what we want. Excellent work on there. So let's keep going. I'll tell the man. I think is that right? Is that the same melody?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low.
Okay, not bad. I want to get that way down low, more buzzy, because I want to see that we can have. I don't care if your volume is the same, but I do care that your tone is the same. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. We gotta make sure that it has a lot of ring to it on that low note. Comparatively to low, we want low. Like, does that kind of make sense? You can hear the buzz in one of those examples, and then it kind of gets a little pushed on the second one. So let's go back from that same thing. I'll tell the man.
I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low.
Good. Let's keep going. Nice job.
And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go.
Woo! You absolutely had so much buzz and so much tone on. He'll have to go. Nice. Let's move on here. Is the whisper to me, is that a verse or is that a chorus still?
Verse.
Okay. Verse. Great. Let's go second half of verse 1 then. Whisper to me. I'm assuming that's what it is, but maybe not.
Yep. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true?
Okay, not bad. Tell me, do you love me true? Want to see if we can get more buzz and avoid, do you love me? Do you love me true? Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, for that vowel for some reason gives me a little trouble. I can just feel that it wants to go, not want to go there,
Yep.
Wants to stay with that ooh thing.
Well, fair. I mean, and to be fair, I mean, that's probably, decades of talking that way. So we're just trying to reteach. It's not that, an ooh vowel might give you a little bit of trickiness on it in the way that you pronounce it. We just have to really just focus on keeping it more buzzy, and that should just solve that issue entirely. But if we don't have enough breathe, hold, sing pressure, and we don't have enough voice buzz, then it's not going to come through as strong. So let's try whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Really, really buzzy. And by the way, one thing that you're doing that is going to solve this eventually, I know that you can't see my screen, but I'm highlighting right now the voice buzz low stretch. That by itself will automatically help you keep more voice buzz in this song. So there's the one side of it. It's like, hey, let's do it better. This time, let's do it with more buzz. This time, let's focus on keeping more pressure. Those things are true, and that's fine. But really, what this really is over the course of, months, of doing a daily vocal routine, eventually you're just going to wake up and you're just going to do it the most optimal way, because your voice will prefer it, because it has the muscle memory of doing this and applying this day after day. So I mean, that's the other nice part about the daily vocal routine, is like you don't have to try anything new. You just like show up and do your best on the daily vocal routine, which only costs 5 minutes and 24 seconds of your day, but it's really going to make a difference over time. So that's kind of my thought here. Okay, let's go back and do that. I want to do this entire verse without stopping if possible. So we're going to go for whisper to me, and then all the way down to he'll have to go up to the chorus. So let's try it. Whisper to is where we're starting.
Okay. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do?
Good buzz.
Though love is blind, make up your mind. I've got to know.
Nice buzz.
Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go?
Good. Yeah, I love that we were able to keep a decent amount of buzz through here. And by the way, ooh and o are two of the vowels that we use in ba baby bo boo, and the wah 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 way. When we do that on a daily basis, it starts to teach our throat what it feels like to have that forward placement. So let's say, what is it? I've got to know, for that low note there. We're gonna do what is it? Wah 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 wait 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 wee 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 wee. Whoa 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 whoa. I've got to know. Right, I have no. That buzz there, because my voice has done it a million times over. Okay, so good for you. Hey, let's go on to the chorus. I'm actually really excited. What does this chorus even sound like? I've never heard this.
And you can tell. Whisper to me.
Oh, that's verse. Hang
Tell
on.
me. Have to go.
Have to go.
You can't say.
You
the
can't
words
say
I want to hear.
I want to hear.
Another man.
While you're with another
Do
man.
you want
You
the
want
answer yes or no?
answer yes or no.
I'll understand.
And then to the 5. Okay, yeah, love that. This is great. I love this. I wouldn't even call this a chorus. This is like the A section versus the B section. This is like the B section of the music. Anyways, yeah, let's. It starts on that 4 there. You can say. Oh my lord! I keep forgetting that this song is not in a key. You can't say the words. Is that about right?
Pretty close,
Whew,
yeah.
that surprises me. Okay, let's try it. Let's try that chorus.
Okay. You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. Do you want me answer yes or no? Darling, I will understand.
Good, yeah. I love it. Darling, I will understand. Hey, here's a question that I just thought of. What key are you doing this song in?
The original, this key. C, so C, I'm doing it in C.
Ah, you're doing it in C and not D flat.
Well, because what this thing is actually in between keys, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
somewhere
the way
in
it's recorded.
between C and D flat. So I didn't know if you were which one you were gonna pick, because of course it would not be optimal to have to tune your guitar to a semitone that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we're gonna play this in C plus 27 cents. You know, it's like it'd be weird, but sure. So you're gonna go for C instead of D flat. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we could probably do it in. Well, no, we should probably do it in C from now on. Okay, yeah. What is it? You can say the words I want to hear. when you're with another man. Do you want me? Answer yes or no. Darling, I will understand. Like having that really rich buzz will allow us to just talk. And the point is that we want our singing voice to be exactly the same as our speaking voice. If I got on today's session to say, and I came on and I was like, "Hello, Jack. How are you doing today?" You'd be weirded out, and rightfully so, because that's not a natural speech-like pattern that you would expect from me. So when we find a way to naturally make our normal speaking voice match the song's pitches, then it's going to make it sound great. So, you can say the words I want to hear. Right? I'm just talking it. You can't say the words I want to hear. Sure, if you want to put a little country spin on it, you can. You can't say the words I want to hear. You can't say the words I want to hear. But I didn't change anything except for my diction, right? My pitch, my intonation, my tone, my volume, my registration, my rhythm, all of those were the same. The only thing I changed was the diction, which is that's why we have our singer distinctions in the first place, is so that we can identify what to make changes on if we need to. But anyways, we don't care about doing the country accent right now. I just wanted to show you that you can, and as long as you're using your basic speaking voice aside from those little changes you want to make, then that's how we can make you sound authentic. All right, let's go from this chorus again. Then I want to see if we can put a chorus with a verse with a chorus. You can't is where we'll go from.
You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man.
Good.
Do you want me? Answer yes or no. Darling, I will understand.
Good. Next thing I want to do is I want to turn up the intensity, the buzz. I want to turn it up to like 100% of what you're physically capable of. And then we can back it off afterwards. So, you can't say the words I want to hear while you're with. Right? We want that much buzz in this for a moment, which means that your tone will have to be incredibly thin. Right? We're saying your water hose. Right? We really want to have our thumb all over the water hose. We don't want to turn up your volume. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and type in water hose here. I know that we've said this before, but this is what we're saying. We're saying we want you to use a normal amount of volume, not a lot of volume, just like a normal amount. But then we want to take your thumb and put it over that water hose so that you can get a thumb over. Sure, let's try that. That way you can get an incredibly intense stream for your voice. That's what we really, really want to hear on this chorus. So can we try that one more time? Aiming to make like 100% power out of your voice, not by using volume, but by using intensity, by using that thumb. So, you can't say the words I want to hear. Right from there, tons of tone, but medium volume. Let's try it.
You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. Do you want me? Answer yes or no. Darling, I will understand.
Yeah. So I would say that you a few times tapped into that full tone. A few times. I think you might have to just very gently play with the amount of volume versus the amount of buzz or compression that you're using so that you can get that full tone the entire time. The idea is we want that to be your base foundation for the whole song. We want you to sing like that the entire song with no pauses in between unless there's a really good reason why you want to change something. Because what that will do is it'll make it to where your voice will be 100 times easier to control because your volume is one. Your tone is one. From the highest note to the lowest note, you have consistency and strength. Now again, there's a difference between gentleness and weakness, and the difference is that gentleness has strength that is applied properly versus weakness doesn't have the strength in the first place. So if you want to use gentleness in your tone, we can work through that. But I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you never changed your tone for the entire song, if you just sang with beautiful speech-like tone throughout the entire song, I think you'd be better off for it. because right now in where you are in your technique, you're when you hit the perfect amount of volume versus compression, your tone just sails and it's really beautiful. So here's the thing that I'm going to suggest. If you hit the right note at the right time with the right tone, you could sing the phone book and nobody is going to care that you didn't have a little bit of gentleness or soul in one of your notes. Nobody cares. They care that you sing the right note at the right time with the right tone. So if you can do that, that will fulfill the need for your voice to accurately tell a story. Now later on, if we can find some like cool ways of incorporating other things, that'll be a bonus, but that's not required. What is required is that you have consistency of tone throughout your entire register so that you can sound like one person, so that you can have some consistency in your voice. So let's try one more time in this chorus, and then I'm going to go all the way back from verse 1B right into the chorus afterwards. So let's try it. You can say the words I wanna. Let's go really, really strong on our tone. Make 100% strength on your tone.
Okay. You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. Do you want me answer yes or no? Darling, I will understand.
How'd that feel?
Felt pretty good, like I'm kind of sort of getting in there a little bit.
Yeah, I mean there were
Not
several
100%,
points where I felt like your tone was really strong, but you didn't have to work for it. Like
No.
you don't have to push. Like that's the secret, that if you can do that on a microphone, your low notes are going to just rattle the entire room because you're no longer trying to force out volume to make your notes more intense, right? We want to turn away from the idea that when the song gets more intense and more dynamic, that we've got to start pumping out more volume. That's not what we want. We want to make your intensity stronger. Because do you have a sound guy? Do you have someone running sound?
No, we do ourselves.
You
We
do?
our
Okay.
own sound.
So
Yeah.
someone in the band manages levels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think if all of a sudden, if you got super, super crazy loud on that microphone, what do you think that band member who's running the sound would do?
Turn it down.
Right. So you really don't have control over your dynamics when it comes to physical volume, but you absolutely do when it comes to your tone. If you don't get louder, but it just sounds louder because you have used better compression and you've really like let your tone dig in as hard as it can, then I think that that's going to make an impression to the audience that you're sounding more intense, but you're not actually physically louder. So there would be no need to adjust your physical volume for your mic. That's what we're really trying to get to, and I think you did a great job of it. So let's go from the second half of verse 1 straight into the chorus so that we can see that you can have that consistent tone from beginning and end. So, whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? That's where we want to go from. Seeing if we can keep all of that buzz. Mum. Whisper to me. Tell me, do you love me true? Really strong. Let's give it a shot.
Whisper to me. Tell me, do you love me true?
Good. Keep it strong.
Or is he holding you the way I do?
Yeah, keep it strong.
Though love is blind, make up your mind. I've got to know.
Good strength of the low note.
Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go?
Nice. To the chorus.
You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man.
Yep.
Do you want me answer yes or no? Darling, I will understand.
Wow. Yeah, that had some good strength through it all the way. How much volume would you say you used in comparison? Like, let's say a bear came up to your house and you were trying to scare it away. so it wouldn't attack you. That's 100% of the volume that you can physically produce. How much would you say you just used on a percentage base from 0 all the way to 100?
25%.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot, right? Like just like when we're holding that water hose, it does not take all that much water coming through that when we put our thumb over it to make a really intense stream. You don't have to use a ton of volume in order to get your voice to work properly. It's quite the opposite. It actually works less effectively when we use too much volume. We need to use just enough volume to make beautiful tone, because the point of voice buzz and the point of doing our daily vocal routine in order to develop our voice buzz is so that we can get you more tone while utilizing less volume. We want you to work less hard but get 20 times the result, and that's why voice buzz is so impactful. How did that feel?
It felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to kind of feel what you mean, because that's part of it too. It's like I don't think I quite know what I'm doing. And sometimes it feels like I do, and that time it kind of almost felt like it did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'll say just on that same vein, when I first started working out, I was watching YouTube videos like on technique and things like that, and there are cues that those fitness YouTubers or whatever would say that I've said, "Oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah, I'll do that," and I don't know that I really felt that for like a couple years of actually lifting. And now I'll go back and I'll think, oh, that's what they meant. I get it now. I tried to implement it before, but there comes a point where you can really feel what has been talked about all along, and you've known it to be true, but there's a point where you kinesthetically understand it. Your body knows it. And so that's where we want you to get, because that's a really exciting place, right? Like the moment that I'm feeling what I need to feel when I'm working out, I finally go for one of those, preacher curl, bicep curls, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm supposed to feel this stretch the bicep all the way down, and then I'm supposed to pull it up. I mean, it is that simple. Like, and I've been doing the preacher curl for a long time, but like all of a sudden there's like that certain element of, oh, I feel it. And so that's kind of what we want you to get to as well, is the ability to feel your voice buzz working. We want to feel and hear the tone that you're attempting to produce work in a real song. And so that's the difference between doing it on a daily vocal routine versus doing it in the real world and in real life. But that being said, cool. What questions do you have? Are you feeling comfortable and confident on this debut for tonight?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll after I get done here, I'll go and work on that, what we just did a little bit, and see if I can lock it in a little bit more.
Sure. Is this just an AABA form with like verse, chorus, back to the verse, and then that's it?
That's pretty much it. I think
That's
what
cool.
we're going to do tonight is probably throw a steel guitar solo in after the end of it, and then repeat the "You Can't Say the Words I Want to Hear" and then the final verse again.
That's that. Put your sweet lips a little closer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And you can tell your friend there, he'll have to go, and then have it roll in at the end. Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh my gosh, you gotta get a recording of that. I really want to hear this one. But
Yeah,
anyway,
if I can, I will.
yeah, I'd love to see it. Heck, we could even review it on next week's session if you can grab me a video or something like that of you performing, so we can tear that sucker up. We could say, hey, here's what you did really well. Here's some of the things that we worked on that you implemented perfectly, and based on the live environment, it was a little bit harder to do this thing and this thing, but these are goals that we can work towards in the future. And so that might be a really cool way of just taking what you're already doing in a real environment, and then we can work on applying all of the techniques that we're working towards on a weekly basis into that real life environment. So cool. What other questions do you have?
I think that'll do it.
Okay.
I'm set. Okay.
Sweet. Well, thank you so incredibly much. Have an incredible rest of your day, and we'll see you soon, Jack. Happy New Year.
Okay. Yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thanks. See ya. Okay. Let me see if I can get this going for YouTube. Let me see if I can get the comments open so I can respond to any comments that might be happening. Okay, cool. I have the live chat open. If there's anybody hanging out, what questions do you have? I'd love to answer any. And then while we're waiting for these questions to roll in, I just want to let you know that we have one-on-one lessons available for anyone who might be interested. And we also have a singing course that gives you all of the information from our lessons that you might learn, but it puts it into a packaged format. So right now my rates are $100 per session. And so that's a decent chunk of change. But you can buy me one time for $100, but then you can buy me forever for $200 by getting my Singing Secrets course. That's a one-time purchase. It's not that subscription model stuff that everybody has going. The whole point is to make an affordable way for people to be able to take lessons forever and be able to get access to the course. You know what? Heck, I'm going to go ahead and show you the course while we're here because I have a second, while we're waiting for any questions that might be answered on the live chat. So we have 60 lessons in here, and some of them are just explanations, detailed, like deep dive explanations, but then the rest of them are actually going to be videos and audio that take you through each exercise. So let me show you what
starter
that looks
number
like.
1, voice buzz, low stretch.
So it shows you the direction of the pitch, the vowel that you're on, the registration, how much volume you should use, all of these things. It's going to be really great to check out because you can, over time, get stronger with your voice just by doing these exercises. That's the whole point. Hello, welcome. I think I just saw someone else come into the room. If you have questions, I'm doing just a answer questions time here. So feel free to ask questions about the lesson that just happened or any just generic questions on singing or anything that you see on the Singing Secrets course and all the same. So you have the Singing Secrets videos that show each of the things that we do for the daily vocal routine. We have detailed breakdowns and explanations. We also have pitch practice to help you become a better musician. We have interval practice, which takes you through each interval with and without training wheels.
Hear it. Na na. Sing with me. Na na. Sing with piano. Sing alone.
And that would allow you to practice each of the intervals all the way from minor second all the way to a perfect eighth.
Sing alone.
So here's what that perfect eighth sounds like.
Hear it. Na na. Sing with me. Na na. Sing with piano. Sing alone.
So you get it. Every song that you ever sing will be made up of intervals. So if you know what those intervals feel like, what they look like, and what they sound like, you're going to be able to sing your songs better. After that, we have chords and pitch matching with the chords because this helps you learn how to blend your voice in with the chords of whatever you're singing with. So whenever you sing a song, you're going to be singing with a piano, a guitar, and a karaoke track, and whatever you have, it's going to be made up of chords. So if you can hear your note within those chords, and then you can blend your note within those chords, you're going to be able to do that way better in the song. Your voice will learn to magnetize or auto-tune itself. Here's what that sounds like. And then the chord. You have a single note, singing along with it, then the chord surrounds. So you have several examples in several different ranges with several different parts of the chord. Why is this important? Because every song that you ever sing will be made up of chords. So if you can hear and feel your note within the chords that you're actually singing along to, you're going to sound much better. Okay, so then after that, we have some application and we have a bunch of different pitched patterns. And so all of these are going to help you develop your voice. We also have advanced techniques. Like we got like crazy vocal runs here. My wife recorded this one. We teach you how to do vocal runs. So here's what that advanced run sounds like.
Here's what the vocal run sounds like at full speed. Hey! Now, here's the breakdown. Hear it. Hey! Sing it with me. Hey! Hey. Sing it alone.
Then we gradually get faster.
Gradually faster.
And over the course of the recording, while you're singing this, the tempo picks up so that you can slowly get more comfortable with singing these vocal runs, right? Hey. And it teaches your voice how to sing these runs to where eventually you can do it really fast. So, you get the point. That is the Singing Secrets run number 4. We have all of these examples available for both male and female voice. We have some other fun things with diction and pronunciation and tone control. We have so much information here, and this is going to help you become a better singer over time just by doing these few things per day. If you just spent 10 minutes per day, 1, doing the daily vocal routine, and then 2, doing a few of your improving your pitch, you will absolutely be a better singer within like a month. 28 days. You could easily knock out some serious progress. So anyways, that is going to conclude our live stream for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have an amazing rest of your day and Happy New Year. Bye guys.